Greetings! I am Herbert Erpaderp, and once again, it is Wednesday. It seems like it was only just Wednesday 7 days ago. And because it's Wednesday, it's time for Ask a Herbert Erpaderp, where I, Herbert Erpaderp, will supply answers to your questions. You might be able to tell by the way that I sound that I'm not feeling especially healthy, and my throat really hurts, so I'm going to try and keep this short in order to try and not lose my voice again. Also, it's pretty hot, which doesn't help, so the sooner I finish this, the better. Also, for this reason, I'm going to use text-to-speech to read out the questions.
Hi, I am the computer. Lol. Butts.
Apparently, my copy of Windows only has female text-to-speech voices, or Premiere only sees the female ones? I don't know. It's fine anyway, and I didn't think it was worth spending too much time worrying about. I probably won't do this in future unless I'm sick again, or if you guys really like it, or if I think it turns out really funny. It's probably going to sound at least moderately amusing, so let me know what you think about that in the comments. Most of you will be aware that it was New Year's Eve the other day. I made a video with music and tanks exploding, which I thought was pretty fun, and many of you wished me a happy new year, which was very nice. Thank you all. I hope you all had a great New Year's Eve. I didn't because I was sick and had to miss out spending time with awesome people, but I wouldn't have had fun anyway if I did go out on account of feeling like I was dying. There's always other times. So without further rambling, let's get to the questions.
THA Big Boy says, I have a couple of suggestions for a special Christmas model. What I mean with this is that I have some suggestions for a different model kit than your usual 15 and 28mm scale tanks. 1/35th scale T95 from, I think, Dragon. A battleship. Any. A model gun. Probably not, but could be fun. Also, how is the Battle Beetle going?
I assume the T95 you mean is the Doom Turtle, the huge American monster tank destroyer. I do believe there was at least one other T95, an American medium prototype, or maybe I'm imagining it. I don't have a fever anymore, I don't think. Except my fever for cowbell, of course, but that's kind of goes without saying. That would be pretty cool though. I do think that's an interesting looking vehicle. I do actually have some other 1/35th scale tanks that I'm going to build first, but they're a surprise for now. And I have been planning to build a ship of some kind. It will likely be a battleship because those are impressive and cool, and I feel like they make great models. A model gun is an interesting idea, though I'd probably have to try not to make it look too realistic. I live in Australia, it's a bit of a nanny state, and realistic looking toy guns might be very scary for someone, and I'll probably get shot by the police for having it. Still, might be an interesting thing to make. The Battle Beetle isn't really progressing at the moment. I've got some colours on it, but I keep losing motivation for painting it. I'll get it done eventually though. I actually had an idea to try painting some torn upholstery for the interior, so I'm going to try doing that either tonight after I've finished rendering Ask a Herbert Erpaderp, or maybe tomorrow.
YouTube Hero SCTTRPRPRD, how do you like my new name? I received a platoon of Warlords /Eitleris M18 Hellcat, and they are beautiful models with only two super minor things that I don't like. Mind you, they aren't noticeable, only if you look close enough. Perhaps you could get some. Love to hear your thoughts and opinions on them, or I'm just trying to get more bold action videos out of you. Either way, it's for my enjoyment. I am a bit biased since the M18 Hellcat is my fave tank, but still.
I have no idea how to say your new name, and it seems neither does Premiere. Well, I guess we can both say the YouTube hero part. That's what counts, I guess. I do plan to pick up the Italeri Warlord Hellcat. I actually ordered some models the other day and the store didn't have that kit, so I obviously didn't get it. I've got a few other cool things coming first. I've only got finite funds, so I can't just buy everything I want as soon as I want it, but rest assured the Hellcat is high on my list.
Jacob says, if only that read more part worked. Now that you see this, you will be forced to say this. Also, where do you get that Tiger P?
Tiger P. Haha, I made Premiere read it. I got the Tiger P from Battlefront. It's a resin and metal model, and I've had it for a really long time. I think I just ordered it directly from their online store along with a regular Tiger and a King Tiger.
Level Up with Doruta DIY says, Please tell me if you receive the special glue with the kit. At the Ardennes Tiger 2 from Tamiya. I want to buy it, but I don't know if I receive the special glue.
The Ardennes Tiger 2 kit doesn't come with any glue, but fortunately there's nothing special about the glue you need to use on it. It's just plastic cement, and there are quite a few different brands of it available, and you should be able to find it pretty easily. The kind I like to use is called Revell Contactor Professional. Not Contactor Professional, but Contactor Professional. If you've got a hobby shop nearby, they will almost certainly have it.
Gustav 2 Adolf says, I could try my hand at the BT7. Good strong Stalin. Forgive me, Santa Claus jump thing, as I know a tad bit about game development. If I were to do that, would you make a video about it? Also, Happy New Year.
If you make that game, I will absolutely play it, and make a video about it. I don't want you to feel like you have to, but if you want to do that, go for it. I'd love to give it a go.
Fog of War says, the AC-1 Sentinel is a great tank, but everyone who sees it, and my sister in particular, keeps bursting out laughing whenever they see my photo from the Tank Museum in Bovington, which clearly shows the armored dildo machine gun cover. What were they thinking?
I too wonder what the designers were thinking. I choose to believe it was intentional and somebody just thought it would be really funny. And I like to think that they had to put in a lot of work trying to convince somebody that this design for a machine gun housing is somehow superior to other designs, and whichever person in charge bought it. That's the way I like to imagine it happened anyway. Probably nowhere near the reality of it, but it's still fun to imagine. Speaking of the Sentinel, I did order one in 28mm scale the other day, and I'm kind of excited for it to arrive. The following couple of comments are from my quick tips video the other day on sponge chipping.
Borhams said, totally unrelated, but what ship is that? The one you're demonstrating on? I'm guessing the Airfix Bismarck.
That certainly is the Airfix Bismarck. Just because a model is a piece of garbage doesn't mean it's useless. Models you have given up on can make very good test subjects for things like paint, putties, and all kinds of things that you are worried might damage a good model.
Martin Strickfuss says, good strong Soviet chipping at the start of the video. I sometimes stick a small bit of foam on a square dowel to get to the difficult bits. Have you tried this?
I have not, but it sounds like a really good idea, and it never occurred to me. I will definitely give that a try next time. Thanks for the tip. The following comments are from Monday's video in which I painted a panther a nice sensible pink colour.
The Agile Aardvark says, nice one. I have a purple pink 1/100th Zvezda Stoogie with googly eyes added for drama.
Stoogie. Oh, thank you, Premiere. That sounds pretty cool. I especially like the googly eyes. They make everything more amusing. I had googly eyes on the mantlet of a 1/35th scale tiger a long while ago, and it always made me chuckle. I don't know what happened to that.
Bo Roberts says, will you be doing any more colourful tanks?
I don't have any immediate plans, but I will definitely be doing something like this again. I really like unusual vehicles, either the vehicle itself being odd or the paint. Chances are I'll use pink again or purple. I really like those colours.
Matt's RC channel says, how long does it usually take to paint one of these models?
It really depends. I wasn't timing myself in this case, but this model didn't take too long. Maybe 8 hours at the most. Of course, not including the time spent waiting for things like varnish and enamels to dry. If I gave it a camo pattern or maybe some more in-depth highlighting, it would surely take longer. I am a pretty slow painter though, not that that's a bad thing, and everybody should paint at their own pace. Of course, it ends up taking me days and weeks to paint models, partially because I'm also filming and doing that adds time, but mostly because I don't normally sit and paint everything all in one go. I usually do one or maybe a couple of steps or colours, and then do something else, either because I've run out of time or motivation, or something just needs to be left overnight or whatever.
Pieman1910 says, just out of interest, what make of airbrush do you use? Loving the pink.
The one I used in this video is from Runway 13. I don't remember the exact model name or number, but it's been a good solid workhorse for a few years. I also have an Iwata HPC Plus, and it's also pretty good.
Ennis Anderson says, All you need to do is go to a local shop that does fingernails. You can find the Pink Panther and a huge number of all kinds of decals that they use for fingernails. I play Battletech and I've seen them used for all kinds of markings. Great job on your panther. I've got a picture of a panther from the early days of the push into France and it has the cross on the turret but it's lower and forward with the number behind. My dad told me he never saw any without the crosses on the turret. British Tea adds, Panthers in the early push to France.
British Tea brings up a good question. Panthers wouldn't have been there for the early push into France. Maybe there's some confusion there between Panthers and Panzers in general. I really like the suggestion of going to a fingernail shop. That's a resource I totally never would have thought about. I don't have a clue where one is, but there's bound to be at least a few in the area, and I'll definitely look into that. Thanks.
Rubs a lot says, great stuff. Nice tips in there for me about cleaning the liner with thinner. Does it have to be branded model thinner, or will communal cardon white spirit work? He also mentions the Tamiya Pink Panther Land Rover kit his brother made. Pink was a good desert camo or something.
I think you could probably get away with using regular old hardware store spirit, but I would definitely be inclined to try it out on a test piece first. I did have a bottle of the AK Interactive White Spirit, I still do, but I've been refilling it from a much larger and cheaper bottle of white spirits I got from an art store. I vaguely recall reading that white spirits can have different strengths, and I've seen some horror stories about people using methylated spirits and stuff like that from the hardware store. I'm no chemistry surgeon, but I would imagine that most white spirits would be fine. Of course, when in doubt, test it out. I had also heard that pink can be a good camouflage. Like Joe's model kits mentions, there was at least one pink Spitfire at some point. Apparently, pink works very well in the early morning or late afternoon when the sky is all shades of pink and orange. I would imagine it's very similar in the desert.
Peldira Studio says, hey Herbert, been a long time I commented on your vids, but this one really got me. I did a Hello Kitty Pink Panther myself, with reflective green, glow-in-the-dark paint camo scheme. Here is the video to that. After the Ferdy, and as you can see I used my wife's cheese plate to try and get a presentation style just like your. And he adds a link. The Hello Kitty Panther used as Vesda Panther 1/100 and was a request from my older daughter, she's 5 now, Natalia, that's her name, painted her first model, after seeing me and after watching some of your clips in the background, last night. It's AT34-85 pink with blue camo. I got a picture of it but I don't know where to send it to you. She used the same magenta Valajo color but it was very hard to get a nice even coat as she primed it black. Great watching your vids. Keep up the good work. You inspire people of all ages. Happy New Year.
Thanks for sharing. Those models are really shiny. I would have liked to see the Panther glowing in the dark. That's pretty cool. If you want to share pictures with me, you could always upload them to Imager or Imgur, however it's said, and post it in the comments. The spam filter will almost certainly catch it, but I will see it and allow the post so everybody else can see it too. Or you could put it on Twitter and tag me, assuming you use the Twitter. I am at Herbert Erpaderp. There's a link in the description. Same goes for anyone else that wants to share stuff or just follow me or whatever. I'm not very good at social media, but I'm on Twitter from time to time. It sounds like you're a good parent, not only getting kids into tanks and painting, but your daughter. It's a hobby for everyone, not just boys. I've known some people who would insist that girls can't like tanks or miniatures, but that's just crazy, and that sort of thing bugs me. Anyway, keep up the good work.
Drum says, WTF, I can't listen to all of your videos anymore. Every time I try to listen to one of your video it says that an error happened.
The first thing that comes to mind is, did you try turning it off and on again? Maybe try a different browser. Is it just my videos or YouTube in general? The fact nobody else has mentioned it leads me to think it's on your end, or something with YouTube. Sometimes YouTube just breaks. For fun, I guess. I hope you can get it fixed soon though. I find those sort of things really frustrating when they happen to me, so I'm sorry it's happened to you. It does suck. And finally, on my New Year's video, Jacob said this.
Thanks. Now enjoy this list of lyrics for We Are Number One for no reason. unless it was caught in the spam box.
It totally got caught in the spam filter. Anyway, this was the lyrics. I'm totally unfamiliar with this and I don't really want to read it out myself, but I thought it would be funny to read this with text-to-speech.
Hey, we are number one. Hey, we are number one. Now listen closely, here's a little lesson in trickery. This is going down in history. If you wanna be a villain number one, you have to chase a superhero on the run. Just follow my moves and sneak around. Be careful not to make a sound. crunch. No, don't touch that. We are number one. Hey, we are number one. Ha ha ha. Now look at this net that I just found. When I say go, be ready to throw. Go, throw it at him, not me. Let's try something else now. Watch and learn. Here's the deal. He'll slip and slide on this banana peel. Ha ha ha. What are you doing? B-A-B-A bidla B-A-B-A-B-A-B-A B-A-B-A-B-A-B-A-B-A-B-A. We are number one. Hey, B-A-B-A bidla B-A-B-A-B-A-B-A B-A-B-A-B-A-B-A-B-A-B-A. We are number one. B-A-B-A bidla B-A-B-A-B-A-B-A B-A-B-A-B-A-B-A-B-A-B-A. We are number one. Hey, B-A-B-A bidla B-A-B-A-B-A-B-A B-A-B-A-B-A-B-A-B-A-B-A. We are number one. Hey, hey.
Well, that really brightened my day up, so thanks. I have no idea what that song is, but text-to-speech version is great. So that's it for this week. Before I go, I would like to welcome my newest patron, Bo Roberts. Thanks for your support, Bo, I really appreciate it. If you want to be awesome like Bo, check out my Patreon by clicking the link in the description or the end card of the video. If you have any questions you would like me to answer in the next Ask a Herbert Erpaderp, be sure to put them in the comment section below. Also, do the YouTubey things like liking and subscribing if you haven't already. As always, I shall return soon, so until then, happy whatever it is you're doing, and thanks for watching. Farewell.